some interesting things about Stellenbosch. Some of the interesting things we're going to see is a statue of Nelson Mandela. We are going to see a part of the university, and also what we're going to see is what the locals are eating and drinking for breakfast. And then we're going to get back on the bus. Then we're going to our first winery, and they will do a cellar tour. They'll show you how they make their wine, and then we'll drink their wine, and then we'll go to the next region called Franschhoek. When we get there, we're going to Franschhoek cellar, and the cellar is going to give us lunch. So you need to know, I'll show you how to order lunch. The lunch is for your account, and you can decide whatever. There's a nice menu there, and you'll do wine tasting of their wines, Franschhoek cellar. Then we'll drive through Franschhoek and then head to our last and final stop in Paarl, where you will have wine and chocolates.
Wine and chocolate.
Two of my favorite food groups together. And then we'll be back in Cape Town at 15 minutes before 6 and 28 seconds, South African time. You'll be back at the waterfront.
This is a walking tour, eh?
Uh-huh.
This is a walking tour, but you decided to leave later.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just to see the town.
So yeah, in the town here.
What's the name of this town?
The Stellenbosch.
Stellenbosch. So we can't catch them, can we?
I don't know how you're gonna catch because some.
We'll run.
Yeah, I don't know. They went that way, but I don't know whether you're gonna be able. I don't know.
Twende straight, tukiwakosa tutarudi tu.
But
People follow traffic rules, or at least it appears like they do. It's really nice here. And it's chill.
just take a photo tunaenda
Amjapewa any ama hujasikiza?
post Singapore.
Hujasikiza, si ndio? It's not your thing.
See you listen to now. Just a statue.
When you look at it this way, you can't actually see the face, but if you take a photo, you see it.
Windows are very small because, of course, if everything was brought out by ship, or most things are brought by ship, so of course you're going to have a big piece of glass. Right, small one, it's okay. But how these houses were built is in the shape of an H. You see there's a very good example. So the front door and the back doors in this right opposite each other. So now when it's as hot as today, what would you do? You open both doors and the breeze comes nicely through it. In the winter, you close it. Walls are thick. And if you were wealthy, how did you show your wealth that you were wealthy? You know, these days, if we were wealthy, we would drive maybe a nice car, like whatever. But back in the day, didn't have nice cars, so they used the gables was very decorated by artists even, which is a good example, again, is of that house there. The first one that I showed you, the Schroeder house, you see it was just plain. So you could see he didn't have a gable, he just built it for practicality, just so that him and his family could live here. But where we are now, this building here on my right-hand side, it's part of the University of Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch is very, very famous for medicine, engineering, as well as law. We follow Roman Dutch law here. So we're not like in the United States. If I've seen some of the trials there that we have to get a jury. We don't have a jury. We've got a judge or a magistrate in a smaller, and you have to just convince them of your innocence. It's a little bit different system. But this is where you study religion, is this particular campus. Now, this university only started in 1917s, and when it started, the town was already established, so they couldn't get one big piece of land to put the whole university on. So in this town, as we're also going to drive out, you're going to see a lot of university buildings spread around, and also where the students stay. So today being Sunday, most people in South Africa are Christians. 80% are Christians. The other 20% is made up of Hindu, Jewish religion, and Muslim faith. Of the 80% that's Christian here, we don't have one that's very dominant. Now, when I've traveled around the world, sometimes I get a place and it's very Roman Catholic, just as an example. People are mostly like that. We don't have that here. The denominations in the Christian faith are small ones. Like the one we walked past here with a big church, that's a Dutch Reformed church. So when the Dutch company started here in 1652, that's the religion they brought out. But to be quite honest with you, we don't care about religion that much. So whether you pray to one God, 100 gods or no gods, it's up to you. We don't interfere with you on that. Also, we have one of the first countries in Africa to recognize same-sex partnerships. You can marry here. So we don't care who you love either. We do have a religion that we take very serious here though, which is something completely different. It's called rugby. I don't know if you've heard about that religion. Yeah, and yesterday our local team lost, so now you'll see the flags are not flying full, they're only half. People are very sad that the local team were beaten by another local team from Durban, the Sharks. Anyway, yeah, and this statues, maybe you're wondering who these two guys are. The guy sitting down, his surname is Murray. So if I think Murray, I think Scotland. That's where he was from. He was a missionary. So that is how he came out here to spread the word, Christianity. And the guy standing is Hofmeier. So that is definitely German. So it looks like Murray worked much harder than Hofmeier. That's why Murray has to sit down. But if you go in South Africa, in this region, the oldest part of South Africa is this region, you'll find a lot of roads are either named Murray or Hofmeier to, you know, celebrate them, what they did here for people. And this road that's we're going to walk down now is the oldest street in Stellenbosch. It's called the Town Street, Dorpstraat, and this is where the historical houses are going to be. Now, if you own a house like any of them down this road, you cannot change the outside. It's a heritage buildings, you can change the inside, and you'll see a lot of them are businesses now. But that's what I'm going to do next, is walk you down there and then into town, and then show you what the locals are having for breakfast. We'll see some wine bars. And another thing that I'm going to show you of Nelson Mandela today is his shoes that he wore when he was in prison. The real ones are there on display. I'm hoping the shop is open, because sometimes they're not open on a Sunday, but we'll just check if they are, and then I'll show you that. Also, the people from Brazil, we have got people from Brazil here, and this tree is your tree. Normally here you can see some of those purple flowers. Still one or two left. Now, the guys from Johannesburg, they think this is their national tree.
A
But it's
jacaranda
not.
tree.
Okay, it's still the yellow wood. But if you go to Johannesburg, Josie as we call it, you'll see many streets with this tree inside it called jacaranda. And they normally bloom in October, November month. And that tree's full of that purple flower. But then what makes it so special and beautiful is the flower falls on the ground. It looks like somebody had a wedding there in the streets in Johannesburg. Johannesburg got a very big man-made forest that they've grown there over time. And this tree takes prominence if you drive there that time of the year. Just be careful, if one of those flowers fall on your head, you're going to get married. That's why I wear a hat. Yeah. Be careful. Do you know this tree from Brazil? Do you know it? Yeah. Jacaranda is famous there also, many of them. Yeah. The lady's from Brazil, so she knows. Okay, it's your tree. We planted it for you. We knew you were coming, just to say welcome.
Thank you.
Right. And those of you that want to come and stay in South Africa, our country now gives you a 3-year nomad visa. If you can work remotely in your country back there, you can stay here for 3 years. And if you're looking for a job to do for next Christmas, we need someone to decorate the Christmas tree. Every year we don't find somebody for some reason. All right, let's go there to the left.
Hii street ndo amesema it's the oldest. Na ukiwa na nyumba hapa you can't change the outside. Juu inafaa kubaki hivyo for historical purposes. Vitu kaa hizo. Hi. Your tattoos are so cool. How long have you been here?
Sorry?
How long have you been in Cape Town?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Awesome. Nice. A whole month. That's so nice. been here. This is our third day. We'll just be here for a few more days, then go back. Yeah. Kenya. Yeah. What about you? That's nice.
It's your first time here?
Yes.
Yeah, they used to do that. It's still today, modern way, you still make it by hand. It's amazing.
The original shoe that Nelson Mandela wore.
Si amesema zinaitwa tafis.
Ah.
Kama nimesikia niki.
Kuna ka stream kana flow hapa. Starbucks.
Like I see why a lot of people
Tutapata tu na ingine.
This is such a good feeling. Like, do you imagine Nairobi lazima ushikilia utembeni
Bag iko mbele.
You literally could just walk slowly, do your thing. I guess that's the only thing inaweza kuwa stress. I don't know how they pay is. Maybe that's what we need to know.
But see,
If you're doing only
hizo nini cheap houses zingekuwa around juu watu walipi vizuri ama wajabuka. Okay. Si ndio? So inakaa kama watu wana live in decent houses, wana live to a decent life, maybe ukuwa worried about discovering your purpose, kitu yenye unafanya ina kufulfill as a person.
You're only worrying about things that kind of matter, but don't matter.
Unajua lazima usolve basics ndo ufike kwa mashida kaa hizo.